Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. We are doing another custom palette today and it's gonna be a wintry one. A little bit of holiday theme, but not a lot. What I wanted to capture actually was, the really the beginning of winter, when it's still kind of fall and grungy and you still have the green, and I don't know. I'm kind of trying to capture what I'm living through right now. It's gray outside. Not all the trees lost their leaves yet, but most of them, and everything has like a grungy feel to it. So that is the theme of this palette. A winter BYOP, I'll call it, but it's a different winter than January winter to me. Like end of December winter is different. And I have not put my tree up yet, hopefully this weekend. You're literally gonna see this video the day I film it, so I am really hoping tomorrow to get my tree, and then things may change a little bit in tones, but the outside world is still quite gloomy. So that's the palette. Here it is right here. I started with a bigger palette idea and then I found myself editing it down to this color story. So we have some greens, we have some more grungy neutrals, and I love these shades from Lethal Cosmetics that are this like muted mauves. So that is a little bit what I'm going for. I'm gonna start from the top and talk to you about each shade. The first one is a pressed pigment from Tammy Tanuka. It's this guy right here. It's called Mistress of the Archdragon. And this is a flaky pigment that I tried to press and it's still very flaky, but I made a full Instagram post about it because I put it on my eyes and it's the most gorgeous thing ever. It is very sparkly, super textured and metallic, and I love it. It's not glitter, it's mica based, and it is what I would wear on Christmas. This is what I would wear at Christmas. I wanted something glitzy in there because it's still gonna be a palette that I will use during this whole month, and that was my shadow that I wanted for the festivities, let's say, for the Christmas parties. Next up, another Tammy Tanuka pigment. There's only these two, but it's because they are so special. The next one is called She Who Awoke the Ancient Dragon. And this is a very dark green base with beautiful, glorious little sparkles of green on top. You really need a base for it to actually shimmer and glitter as you would want it to, but it looks absolutely stunning. And I wanted this year to move away from my usual Epic by Makeup Geek, which is discontinued anyways, and this is something different. You can still get it for a change, and it's just so special. I haven't swatched these two live on purpose because they need a base, so that would have taken a little bit too long and made a bit of too much of a mess, but I'm gonna swatch the following shadows. I have them actually on my arm, so you will see the cut-ins during the video, but the rest I'm gonna swatch directly on my hand so you can see them. Next up is a green matte. It's called Spilled Tea from Makeup Geek. These are the new rebranded ones that they gifted me, and it's just a medium green. I like to have, when I use colors, I like to have a medium and a dark shade to build my blending and to build my looks. So this is my medium green, and it pairs really well with the darker version, which is Enchanted Forest. This is a shadow that you've seen in most of my BYOPs or duping the vibe palettes because it's such a versatile, extremely dark green, and I love green, so anytime I do a green look I will want such a deep green to deepen out the crease, the outer V. Next up, another shade from Makeup Geek, also Legacy, like Enchanted Forest. This is Creme Brulee, and this is just your transition shade. Not yours, mine. Now, this is what works for my skin tone, and I am not claiming this palette is for everybody. This is my custom palette, so it is a little bit tailored to my skin tone, but it's a very nice transition shade, and it works well with all of the mattes here and all of the looks you can do with this palette, because it will just help you put a base without giving a real undertone, which is what I like. I didn't want a warm undertone to really anything here. It's quite, except for the yellow, that is definitely warm, but it's not a very like warm toned palette, which we did for fall. If you're curious about that, I'll link here my fall custom palette, because you guys loved it on Instagram especially. You guys loved it, and I'm very happy because I loved it too. It was so many really interesting shades. Next up, a Glam Shop eyeshadows. This is called Magia, and it's one of their turbo eyeshadows. I am still waiting for one part of an order, or my second order from them, that contains one more item that I want to put in my review and swatches, or my swatch video rather, of Glam Shop. But here is Magia, and it's the most neutral one I have. It's so special thanks to the the texture that it has. You can see it in the pan. It's not just a shimmery shade. It has multi-dimensional flecks in there and different colors, and it's a really interesting shimmer. It's what I'm wearing in my inner corner and first third of the lid here. I'm using mattes from a different palette today, but because I wanted to test it. That's the Raw Beauty Christie palette that you'll see a video on also coming soon, but the shimmers are from this palette right here. So that one is my, let's say, shimmery neutral that will serve me very well for the inner corner. Any neutral eyeshadow look works well. Next up, as I said, one of my favorites from Lethal Cosmetics. I did a full swatch party of Lethal Cosmetics. I'll link that here and in the description box as well. All of the shades divided by color family that I have. Not that you can think of, but that I have. So this is Imago, and it is a beautiful medium, not even that medium. Yeah, I guess it's medium though. Like, to me, this is quite it's a crease color, and it's a mauvey, it's a warm mauve, maybe. I really like it. It's very unique in my collection. It's from what I've seen, and it gives a whole mood to the eye, which is quite muted. It could be also something that I would be wearing today, but I didn't wear it. So it's similar to what this makeup look would be in effect, actually. That's why, yeah, this is how I feel like doing my makeup in this period. To go with it, I chose Trespass, which is just a darker version of it. Right here. Again, muted, darker, grungier, earth tones this time of year for me. I just really like these shades. Then let's move into some super cool shimmers, I would call them. This is new to me, but it's the shade Steryd by Glam Shop, and it has a very, very peculiar texture in the pan. As you can see, it looks almost like a cream, and it is a bit fragile because I dropped the case in which it came by mistake, and it's now a little bit lifted from the pan, but it is one of the most stunning things ever. It's not textured and chunky, it is mirror. I don't know. It's so beautiful. It has this like light blue aqua shift, but the base is warm, and there's also a little bit of like the aqua shifts into gold. This is fantastic, but it's different from what I was expecting because there's no extra flakes to it. It's not a glittery texture. None of these are glitters, by the way, or plastic glitters. These are all mica based, but it's just a different texture from the other shadows from them that I have. And oh my goodness, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. A more regular shimmer, I would say. This is Colored Rain Amazon Basin from the Safari Rain palette. I depotted mine. Again, I tell you every time, I have a video on it. And this is one of my favorite shades from that palette because it's this beautiful brown taupe, I guess, shimmer. I love it. It's really pretty. Is what I'm wearing in the or like other outside half of my lid today. It gives you a very sophisticated look, which could be good for, I don't know, your work Christmas drinks on Zoom, online, whatever. We're gonna have some, but I'm gonna go all glitter, of course, because that's me. But it's a beautiful shimmer, but you really can see, like, usually this Colored Rain shimmer texture is amazing, but if you put it next to the Glam Shop shades, like, the difference is quite something. Last shimmer is also from Glam Shop, and it's Zig Zak, and it is the shiftiest thing. So I see it purple, and you see it green, which is very, very interesting. Let me see if I can show you in a swatch. Maybe you can see the shift. And this is also mica based. Oh, I picked up a bit too much, made a bit of a mess. This is mica based, and I dedicated to it a whole eyeshadow look on my Instagram stories. It was with a very purple base, purple and blue, I think that I did it, but it's beautiful, and yeah, just a very, very shifty eyeshadow. And yeah, you see it on my finger even better. Sorry, I look into the monitor to see what you're seeing because I want to show you the shifts. So this is Zig Zak, and it's gorgeous, and I thought this would pull out a bit the berry or the mauve tones from these mattes, and it would go very well with the green mattes, and it would just work all very well together. And the final shade, I couldn't not put another darkening shade for when I don't want to use a dark green, and that is Nocturnal by Lethal Cosmetics. It's a neutral brown. You can use whatever neutral brown you like, but I kind of always end up picking this one out. I like it a lot. I use it quite a bit, and yeah, I'll put it right here, and you can see it. So this is a bit the vibe. I'm missing the gold and the other green, but I can show them to you here. Ta-da! Here is the gold flakes, and here are the green glitters. These you can actually still see when I have my arm in this position. The rest you can't, but I'll have photos and videos of this on my Instagram and on here. So this was my winter BYOP. I wanted to put some more berries and purples in there, and then I thought, Alice, you're not gonna wear that. It wasn't as cohesive of a color story, and it's something that I have to actually put an effort in wearing and wanting to wear, because my clothing isn't that tones. Like, I don't wear purples in my clothes anymore. One, because I don't have clothes that fit me now that I'm pregnant. I have like very few pieces of maternity because I also leave the house very little. But also in general, I have very few purple. I always verge towards earth tones more. And the other thing I didn't include in here is the whole more silver, red, gold color story that is the classical, traditional Christmas color story, because I also don't wear red eyeshadow very often these days, and I always end up putting really a lot of association between Christmas and a red, yellow, red, gold, green type of color story. So this is I thought about it a bit, and this is my custom palette. I hope you like it. And I am actually curious to see everybody else making their winter palettes. The Instagram community is so full of incredibly creative people making custom palettes these days that I am so in awe of it. And the color stories are super interesting, but I find myself very, not critically looking at it, but in more in the sense of, I will not wear that. I love to look at it, but I will not wear that. So that's why my BYOPs will reflect what I want to wear in this time of the year. I hope that isn't too boring, But yeah, I hope I'm just trying to be true to myself, and that has some value, I guess, right? Anyways, lots of blabbing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe got some inspiration for your own palette, or I want to know what color themes and color stories you are gonna wear in this coming month. It's a special one because there's not gonna be a lot of Christmas parties. We're not gonna be all dressed up, but it's more for ourselves, and that I think is reflected in my more grungy and subdued color scheme. But I think that all the special textures really make it special, and I can always fall back on the green and gold, which is gonna be probably my Christmas look if we do Christmas at all, like with other people than ourselves, because otherwise I might do my makeup anyways. Do you do your makeup for Christmas? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.